Alright, so today for class, I'm gonna learn you something. Proof crocodiles aren't real, mathematically speaking, of course. Alright, so crocodile tears. Crocodile tears. Now, anyone who knows what that means can tell you that crocodile tears means fake tears. Fake tears. Now then, how do we solve this mathematically? Well, it's simple. First, we do substitutions. We'll say crocodile equals X, tears equals Y, and fake equals Z. Now then, how do you get crocodile tears? Well, crocodile plus tears equals crocodile tears. So, you can substitute that for X plus Y equals crocodile tears. Now then, how do you get fake tears? Well, it's quite simple. Fake plus tears equals fake tears. So it's reasonable to say that fake tears are Z plus Y. That's Z times. Z plus Y. That equals fake tears. Alright, now then, how does this prove crocodiles aren't real? Well, it's quite simple. As we've already said, crocodile tears and fake tears are equal. Crocodile tears means fake tears. So, you can set these problems equal to each other. X plus Y equals Z plus Y. Now, here's where the math comes in. Solving for X, because we're looking for how crocodiles aren't real, means that you have to subtract Y from both sides. And now you're left with X equals Z. Crocs, or crocodile, equal fake. So there you go. Crocodiles are fake. Alright. Join us next week as we discuss whether or not your mom really loves you.
3, 2, 1.
I know you see. Oh wait, shit, we can't sing that song. Our feet will get touched. He'll take our feet.
Right, I forgot about that joke.
It's like
episode 31.
I think at this point it's like a fan theory that
It's definitely
what's
more.
his face has a foot fetish. What's the name of the
Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider. I kept wanting to call him Dan Harmon. I'm like, Dan Harmon, as far as I can tell, it's not a fan theory that he has a foot fetish.
No. Anyway, this is What's New Player 2 podcast, episode 31.
His D&D character did in fact slap dicks around with another D&D character who pretended that he didn't know what sex was, so Dan Harmon's character would do that for him. He goes, I know what sex is, I just wanted a free hand job.
So, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Not really.
I actually don't even know the rest of the song past that part.
No, I don't know anything besides that little bit. But yeah, I feel like nothing's happened this week, but we're gonna try anyway.
Well, I learned that in the movie Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked, they sing the song Survivor by Destiny's Child, but they only sing the I'm a survivor part, like that thing. But like the way they sing it, it sounds like it's supposed to be like a dapper, a dour song that's real downbeat, but it's not. It's more empowering than anything. So that's just the difference between the Chipmunk movie, Alvin and the Chipmunk Chipwrecked, and Survivor by Destiny's Child. You know, to distance that song from that movie further, just for the sake of the song.
So, to start things off, I was gonna talk about, real quick, my full, because everyone's been waiting for it, and when I mean everyone, I mean no one, but,
I don't even remember when you promised to give this.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
That's the joke.
Oh.
It really is kind of more of like just a me thing, and kind of telling you, I'll be honest, because you're the only person I could really probably talk to you about it with.
Fair enough. I was also interested in it.
So that's also why, because I don't think our other friend really had any interest in it.
No, not even like in the slightest.
I mean, honestly, I'm the only, because you're the only one that really plays other Platinum games besides me, and even then. Anyway.
I forget which ones I've played. I've played the Bayo Betos. I've played. What are some of their other ones?
Actually, that might be the technically Nier Automata.
I've played that.
You know,
I feel like I've played another one of theirs.
Wonderful 101, Anarchy Reigns,
I played
Mad.
that.
You did play Wonderful 101?
Yeah. Not Wonderful. Anarchy Reigns.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Oh, I didn't know that. Fuck.
It's not something I normally bring forth.
They made a Transformers game that wasn't that good.
Wait, which one?
I don't fucking remember.
Because I have played quite a few. Is it the one where
It looks very cartoony.
Yes, I love that one.
So they made that one, and they made the Korra game that was really bad.
Korra?
The Legend of Korra.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they had a... Oh, the whole thing of Korra was really bad.
I know. Anyway.
Let's call a spade here.
Anyway, getting off track. So, I finally beat Astral Chain.
Wooba-looba-doob-doob.
Took way too long. It was fine. God damn it.
Every time I remember what the Rick and Morty catchphrase "wubba lubba dub dub" means, I'm reminded of our one friend who, back when we were into the show, I don't know if he still is, but back when I was into the show, every time I would just say it at random, he'd go, "Oh man, well, why do you feel pain like that?" And I'd be like, "All right, no man, it's just a catchphrase."
Anyway, get back on my topic, bitch. It was fine. It wasn't my favorite. Not the best. But it wasn't a bad game. Just, it's a weird game, I'll be honest. The first half is really fucking sluggish to the point of where I got bored very quickly and very easily. Story is just not
Good.
It's not good. It's not even fun. That's the thing. At least, most of the Platinum Games' story in most of their action games are fine, or entertaining in some way, or charming. Astral Chain didn't really have much of that. I mean, unfortunately, because I also feel like it kind of made itself worse because it was a cop drama almost, and I feel like that you really can't make too unique.
Hold on, non sequitur real quick. You said that their Transformers game people didn't like?
I heard it was like a 50-50 split.
Huh. I guess the trend continues of
Devastation.
Yes!
That was it.
I guess the trend continues of me liking games that no one else does.
Well, no, that's a 50-50. Like, people like and people don't like. So, I wouldn't call it that. But, yeah, I didn't really care for the story at all. The characters were, The second half of the game is better, though. It felt more like a Platinum Games game, which, good. Took them halfway through the game.
Didn't you say it, gets a lot better once you get all of the,
And it does get better when you get all the legions. But the only other issue is especially when you're starting off the game, is getting all your legions. And then on top of it, though, I do have to say, the combat was fun, but there was platforming in that game.
Really?
And not fun or good platforming.
It didn't look like the type of game that would have platforming.
It has some platform and some puzzles. Nothing, out of the ordinary, but just enough to where, it's there. And you don't have a traditional jump in the game, and that fucks me up so much, even though... Because the way you have to jump in that game, you gotta hold your legion out, and then you jump wherever that legion is. And sometimes, when they say they're on top, when they're, floating above a surface you can jump on, and then you end up not somehow getting on the ledge, and then you just fall, and you lose 200 health, and it just keeps happening, especially on one of the final boss phases.
Oh god, that sounds infuriating.
Yeah, there's a lot more times that I lost a life than I should have, to be honest. Soundtrack was fine. I'll be honest. There was not that many songs in the game that really popped out to me that really were memorable. They all kind of blended together, in my opinion. Unfortunately, at first I thought the main hub theme for your command center in the police office was cool, but
nothing to write home about?
No, after a while I was like, alright, it's not even that bumping anymore. It's just kind of a little annoying, actually.
Just kind of there.
Yeah. The character customization is fun. I don't like...
Can you make your favorite waifus and husbandos?
I don't know how I don't think you go that far, but I think it was neat how whichever gender you didn't pick, basically that opposite gender
Spoiler.
has, the main, like, they talk for you essentially. But that's
I
my
thought you were going to talk about something else.
only other issue is that the game, there's no reason why your main character can't talk.
God, that sounds like
Especially in this game. I mean, both this and Three Houses have that same issue to where they can definitely speak. There's no reason why not.
Because about a lot of Japanese games.
Yeah, except Astral Chain is really like weird, where like it totally should have just had it like that. But I guess probably because, since, let's be honest, both of the twins are not interesting enough to really make a difference. So I guess if they both spoke, it would have been just the same thing twice, unfortunately. So I guess that's why. But
Oh, also, I from what you told me about what happens at the ending, I was right with my initial thought.
yeah, you did say that
At the very, very beginning when we
I
first
had
saw
a
the
feeling.
trailers.
Yeah, I mean, I had a definite feeling, especially when I found out it was like your sibling in the game and not just, I don't know. But yeah, like Legion were fun to play with. But I don't know. I'll be honest. More and more when I think about the game, it was fun. It was good. But not one of my favorite Platinum games.
Definitely one of their weaker ones.
For me, and like I was hyped for it. I was excited. I'm like, oh, this is, it's another game from Platinum Games, and it looks like another fun action game. And this can hold me over till Bayonetta 3. I don't see myself going back to that game anytime soon in the future, especially when Bayonetta 3 gets that actual trailer and release date. I'm not going back to that game. To where Wonderful 101 I go back to once in a while. And I will definitely go back to it again if they get ported to the Wii U. Oh,
the Switch.
The Switch. I just went to the other
If they ported
consoles.
it to the Switch, I might actually play it.
It's a fun ride, because especially it's something that you would like, because it's a Sentai. It's a Sentai themed game, and that shit you love.
I love Supers. I love Sentai. That is.
So that game is very fun, and that's what I mean. Like it was a fun story. It had fun with itself, to where Astral Chain, I did not feel as much fun. I feel like there wasn't a lot of
feel yourself as much.
No, but I don't know. I just
you did like the ice cream mini game though.
Yes, that was funny because I never knew, but then like immediately after you left and I did more, then there was a box version of it. I'm like, all right.
Oh, that's dumb.
There's a box version, then there's this one part. Oh, you just reminded me about that. There was a fucking 4-parter of a truck puzzle mini game. You gotta move trucks around so they give space out.
Like the parking lot game on Cool Math Games?
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. I'm like, Camille, what the fuck? You said you put a lot of your effort into this and it's like your new project. Felt like there was more that could have been done.
Felt a little phoned in.
There's a lot of things I felt about that game, I'll be honest.
You did get to be a good cop.
I did.
And if you were a bad cop, they took your money away.
Otherwise, I will say, though, that the final boss of the game was another, like, Platinum Games final boss. Fun. I wish one of the parts you actually fought that thing, but you technically do, but not really. But the other parts for that boss fight were fun. And, again, the boss fights in general were good. Because, again, the whole thing, that game, gameplay-wise, especially with its combat, was fine. It was good. It was great. But everything else,
it's not like Nier has my favorite final boss out of all the Platinum games.
It's a good one. Mine's definitely still Jubileus.
Jubileus is good.
Jubileus is good because that music is fucking epic. No one can ever deny that to me, or say otherwise. That is an epic fucking final boss music. The scope of it is encapsulated perfectly with the music, and especially the setting itself. You're fighting a fucking huge ass space goddess fucking angel, and
Chris Angel.
Yes.
Fucking Chris Angel. The final boss of Bayonetta 1 is Chris Angel.
And like you could just feel like the scope of like, how tiny you really are compared to this big fucking giant boss, and this is what you're fucking fighting off against. Even Devil May Cry has still not really gotten a boss like this. They had one in 5 that's kind of similar, but not planetarian levels of size and scope.
Sonic did something like that with
Yes.
the egg golem.
Yes, that's true. It did.
It's not nearly the same.
No, but I understand. And Bayonetta was published by Sega.
I mean,
It is technically Sega property.
listen, that just means Sonic and Bayonetta can go for a walk together and hang out.
Yeah.
They're both covered in hair, so like...
Yeah, they could. Speaking of which, so Sonic the Hedgehog got another trailer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sonic the Hedgehog the movie got a trailer, and Sonic got a
Again.
nifty redesign. And Sonic's redesign actually looks like Sonic the goddamn
Yeah,
Hedgehog.
I mean, it looks so much better. I still do not understand why they
the only
went...
downside is they had to sacrifice Gangsta's Paradise.
Why do you say that? Because that could have just been that trailer. That trailer could not just use
better
it.
with Gangsta's Paradise,
They'll
just because.
It'll probably be in the movie itself.
Just because I've grown to love Gangsta's Paradise pairing with Sonic, it's become such a guttural joy whenever I associate Sonic with Gangsta's Paradise that I was really hoping it would play it again. But on the plus side, the Sonic in the movie seems to be very faithful to the actual personality of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is pretty neat.
Yeah,
And-
they made that trailer much more appealing, which I was shocked. They made a much better trailer. Much better.
And they confirmed that Sonic is in fact from another world, and they showed off Green Hill Zone, or at least him doing the first loop.
That's probably the only way you really could have Sonic in a live action movie like that.
I mean, that's what they did in Sonic X. He's from a different dimension, which I really hope that means Chris Thorndike is in this movie. But
that I feel like you're shooting too far for that.
But
Unfortunately.
Or you could get the Meta-X halfway through the Sonic movie, and then the end of the Sonic movie is he turns into Dark Super Sonic to give every 12-year-old's wet dream.
Back in the mid 2000s.
Hell yeah. But it definitely does look. It's probably not going to be that great. It's probably going to get like on the Rotten
7.
On the Rotten Tomatoes score, it's probably going to get like a critical review of like maybe like a 43, and the fan review probably like a 54, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a middle ground movie, but it definitely.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Oh, especially Sonic fans, I feel like are gonna enjoy it, and it definitely just seems like a movie that people would just go to see, like another random animated schlock movie.
And who's it being animated by? God, what studio is making this one? Universal, right?
I think it's Paramount.
Paramount?
Hold on.
Well, even so, the one thing Sonic will have over Mario, at least until the day comes, is that Sonic doesn't have a movie that's supposedly being made by Illumination.
I really don't think that's a bad idea for having Illumination do the movie.
I do, because I don't trust Illumination with anything.
I mean, what else have they done that
They've done Secret... No, were they Secret Life? Basically, if it's a...
Paramount, yeah, I'm right. It's
Okay.
Paramount.
Basically, if it's a generic animated movie that hits all of the popular, aiming for the widest demographic movie, then it's probably by Illumination. You got silly, funny antics with cute, memeable characters and a touch of meta humor, like Despicable Me, the first one. I liked it. I liked Gru. I liked all of the Despicable Me movies because I like Gru. He's funny. I enjoy Gru. The Minions are awful. There's nothing to them. They're not funny.
No,
They're
not.
ga-
It's a kids movie, and the thing is, I feel like especially with like a Mario movie. Besides, also Nintendo learned from their mistake. First of all,
I don't think the Mario movie's gonna be good.
I think the Mario movie's gonna be fine. I don't think it's gonna be amazing, but like, in all honesty, what the fuck can you do with an actual Mario movie? That you can't just make out of a cartoon series, you know?
It'd be really funny if they did.
Especially
like
if it's all animated. I mean, Jay, I think you're overreacting. I think it's going to be a fine movie. Not going to be amazing, but I think it's going to be
really don't think so.
fine movie that Nintendo's going to grab Illumination by the balls to make sure it fucking comes out right. Because they do not want to repeat what they did with the live-action Mario movie all those years ago now.
Illumination likes to make sure they have a Minions for every series, so... Who knows? Maybe
Mario has a fuck ton of those kind of characters.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, Mario might look perfect for them with the Toads. I don't trust Illumination with anything.
All right. I still think you're overreacting, but...
I think you're underreacting. I just genuinely think Illumination is bad. If it were another animation studio, that'd be fine.
But I feel like they have the budget and the chops to do it.
Oh, they definitely have the budget, but, like... Illumination's whole mission statement is make the most money by spending the least money.
I mean, would you rather have Disney fucking have Mario?
I wouldn't want them to have Mario, but if DreamWorks or Pixar wanted to make a Mario movie, I think that would be better than if Illumination did it.
I don't know, you also have to really feel like hold your opinion about it until you see at least a trailer.
Well, obviously.
I know, but I feel like that's not... You're just not...
First impression is I don't like Illumination. So I don't trust them with anything. They have to.
All right.
They have to earn the trust. I don't have to initially give them the trust.
I'm not trust.
Like I know, it with movies it's different than like a court of law. Like a court of law, presumed innocence until proven guilty. With a movie or like a game or something, the company has no right to my trust that they will make a good product. They have to prove it to me. Like I love Skyrim. I have no faith that Bethesda will make the next Elder Scrolls games good. Like, I have no faith in that whatsoever. The company has to prove to me that I should buy their thing. I think before the movie comes out saying, I don't trust Illumination, I don't think they're going to do a good job with Mario, I don't think that's an overreaction. Because it's their job to convince me that I was wrong.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm fucking oofa. Anyway, well, we went off topic for the Sonic.
I mean, I was going to take it off topic in a different way. Because a lot of people gave Sega a real lot of slack with Sonic Forces. Slack. Because, like, even though I also agree, it's a fine game. Like, it's nothing great, nothing terrible. It's fine, it plays fine, it works fine. Sega still made it knowing that it was just going to be decent. And then they put it out exactly like that. That's why they didn't let you play more than like a minute of the demo, or why they didn't give out review copies. And when they did that with Sonic Forces, people were like, I feel like this is going to be bad because they're not letting people play review copies or anything. And then it came out and people were like, no, it's not that bad. It's just not that good either.
Fortunately,
they let that. A lot of people let that slide, and it's weird that they let that slide, because that seems like a shady business dealing.
I don't know. I mean, it's odd. Yeah.
So are we at the point where you want to talk about the Fire Emblem DLC, or do you want me to continue? Gyrating.
Did you say gyrating?
I mean, I've been gyrating, but I could also continue tyrating.
I mean, no, you just...
I could also talk about Pocket Monster. Pocket the Monster Sword and the Pocket the Monster Shield.
I'll talk about Fire Emblem real quick, and then you can get into Pokemon Sword and Shield, because then I can probably go off to something else.
Remember, kids, wear your 3-piece suit before you take a bath.
Anyway, so Fire Emblem Three Houses got more DLC again, and plus their free update that they've been doing. We got Yuritsa playable now, and also has some supports with not too many people. He only has support from Mercedes and Byleth.
Is it both Byleths?
Yes.
Okay.
And surprisingly, Yuritsa is actually another gay option for the males.
Is he like an actual gay option, or is he like a your dad's friend gay option?
As far as I've been hearing, actual gay option, like Linhart gay.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah,
You're more than one.
Yeah, I literally, I started my 5th playthrough to actually get Yuritsa.
To see what his thing is?
Yep. I mean, fuck it. Might as well.
I mean, if you wanted to play the game as many times as it took to get all the actual gay options, it would only take you 2 playthroughs.
Or if I save at the end of one point.
Yeah, literally just 1 playthrough and then 1 final level.
Yeah. I mean, I might end up doing that just to get Linhart's done.
Because Gilbert and Alois are not gay options. I'm sorry, but that's just a fact.
But yeah, this one couldn't be. Oh. Yeah, this one couldn't be? Really?
No, Casper could not.
Anyway, so they added the option to not pet the dogs.
You can give the dogs
You
gifts.
can give the dogs gifts. You give them enough gifts, they give you
and that's
materials.
why everyone at the monastery started going hungry, because Byleth wouldn't stop giving all the food
to
the
the
dogs.
animals.
Alright, you continue. I gotta pee.
So they added that. They added a playable Anna. Unfortunately, though, she has no supports, and she's not marryable with Byleth, which I don't get that. Because Awakening had a playable Anna, and Anna was marryable to at least to Robin. I mean, yeah, that still kind of limited their supports, but at least she had a support like Yuritsa does, but it's not the worst. They also added the sauna finally as paid TLC, which I don't understand. You know, I'm happy about that.
Oh shit, I just ate a snake.
And that snake just came back in. And then they finally added the sauna, and they cock blocked me by making everyone wear a 3-piece fucking suit, and I'm like,
well, it's not like a 3-piece suit. It's like a full.
It is like a 3-piece suit almost.
It's like a full body, gross beige colored suit.
Yeah, like I don't think it's
with sandals.
Why is it beige?
Why does it have sandals?
Why is it beige? Why can't I have a shirtless Caspar?
See now, like, I get the argument where it's like, oh, the units can go in before the time skip when they're kids. Okay.
Fine.
You know what the fix for that is?
Time skip.
Yeah. You know what the fix for that is?
That's the
10
key.
units go in here with their teacher before the time skip. No, actually, you can't go into a sauna with your teacher when you're 17.
You can only bathe with Hanneman, Shamir, Catherine, and fucking Manuela. There's your options.
You can sauna with the adults when you're
chilling.
Yeah, when you have to train children, and then when they're adults, you know, they can make their own decisions.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I like the time skip Caspar. Pre-time skip is cute, but like, post is where it's at, and you fucking have to not let.
Like, I wouldn't even fucking use the thing, but I think it's stupid the way they.
It hurts me a bit. It hurts me.
It seems almost kind of spiteful.
A little bit.
It seems a little spiteful.
Like, I get it. Like, you really were trying to listen to the people who hated Fates, which I understand, but...
Last new game. You want to fuck your sister? Go ahead, fuck your sister. New game. What's that? You want someone to be wearing a towel while in a bathhouse? The fuck is wrong with you? No.
Or just have a shirtless time skip Caspar?
Just specifically him, no. You have to do it for all of them or none of them. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Well, yes, but the men in the...
It's just my thirst, okay?
Okay, but like... The way you would work with the towels is that the women have it that wrap around their bosoms and their vagoobers, and the men have it wrap around their dinglehopper and their biddleberries. So you can still see the men's shirt, torsos, and you can see the women's legs, arms, and possibly cleavage and shoulders. So that way you can keep it so you can sell it to people and say it's not smut, and then you can also have it be smut at the same time. But it doesn't have to be smut, because you can just go in there with your favorite besties and go, yo, what up, guys? Want to throw our dicks at each other? Not in a gay way, though.
And they also added a few more song choices. They're pretty good. And a bigger thing was the costumes.
You can be a maid. You can have a maid now.
A lot of people like the maids and the butlers. It's really fucking weird.
I'd have to see what the... Is that part of the paid DLC or the free DLC? That's part of the paid? Right, the paid DLC is the sauna and the suits.
Sauna, suit, Anna.
Sauna. Okay.
And then the eventual, actual, like, big expansion.
When do we get Geralt, Rhea, and Sothis as playable characters?
I don't know. I'm shocked that at least Rhea isn't playable.
I'm shocked that Byleth can't become a dancer.
That too. I am shocked about that. I guess because it was, you're a teacher. You gotta teach your kids to dance.
Yeah, you can't dance in front of your students. That's too naughty. Okay, but 5 years from now, I can have one of them hold me down behind a bush and plow me in the asshole? Yes, because that's 5 years from now. Okay, but they were still my student, and now you're telling me I can't... what was the topic? Dance in front of them? You're telling me I can't wear...
I like how you had to think about where we were in this.
Oh, like, because the dancer's outfit's like a very conservative dancer's outfit. Like, it's nothing compared to Olivia's outfit.
Well, most of the dancers' outfit in Fire Emblem games.
Yeah, or next to naked. This one they had to make it unisex, so it's like...
Which I was okay with it.
I was really glad that you could have male dancers.
Oh, I was so happy about male dancers. That wasn't an ego. Because, bro, that was super awesome actually having fucking goddamn... Caspar as a dancer, Claude, Dimitri... all the fucking...
I like the fact that...
I had Felix as another dancer, too.
I like the fact that Dimitri goes, please don't make me a dancer.
And he's like,
makes Dimitri a dancer.
His reaction's good, too. Yeah. So, okay, I'll be honest, also, I'm sad to say this, but I actually am using the glasses for Byleth, and I really like them on them.
That's cool.
They look good glasses, and I don't like that I like that, but I do. Yeah, the maid outfits, though, going back to that, the reason why people really like them is that they also have color specific. So, like, you could just be, like, a neutral-looking maid, or you can have a color-specific maid outfit on, and that makes a lot of people squee.
I mean, that's kind of cool. I like that. I don't know who I'd put. I'd put the butler suit on Sylvain and Dedu. I don't know if I'd put the... I guess Annette would get the maid outfit.
That should be pretty good.
But I don't have that many units that I'd like to dress up like that.
Yeah, see, a lot of it I was just like, I gave randomly people outfits. I'm like, oh, you can have one.
You bought the DLC? I didn't know you had paid for the DLC.
I did when the season 2, when the second wave came out. I'm like, I'll do it. I want to get the eventual like actual big story expansion eventually anyway. So
that's fair.
Might as well go in. And besides, I'll be honest, I've gotten a hankering to go back to Three Houses. This was the reason why I can go back. But aside from that, yeah, that's really all I think. That's all I really can say about Three Houses or really Fire Emblem, because really nothing else has really come up in Fire Emblem recently aside from in Heroes Book 3 ended.
Oh yeah,
and they made a ending cinematic of it on YouTube yesterday, which was pretty cool.
Alphonse murked to death, which was really fucking mad, laddie.
And then like how the player just fucking shoots them.
Hell yeah! Listen, nothing is stronger than gun. Okay, Death comes up with her scythe and whatnot, so you shoot her in the titty with your gun.
I mean, now that I think about it, we're gonna Mythic Hero this month. It's totally gonna be either Leaf or Hell. Because Racer was it last time. There's no fucking way. Neither one of them are not going to be chosen for that. But I do want to know, when the fuck are you going to give us base Veronica? At this point in the story, where I think looks like she's more of your ally.
Oh yeah, we don't have base Veronica.
There's no reason to not have base Veronica.
I mean, what's his face is gone. Black boy.
Yeah, Bruno's been gone forever, but that's whatever. You know, I would like him eventually because he has Vantage built into his tome. That's really nice.
That is nice.
Otherwise, it's just weird we don't have Veronica, but yet Dragalia Lost has Veronica.
Yeah, man. I really like the Norse mythology that they've been going with for Heroes.
Oh yeah, it's been fun.
And I can't wait to meet Jormungandr.
Yeah, I definitely love that. I mean, also, I'm curious when Book 4 is going to be a thing. That's going to be sooner than later.
What's Loki's sibling name? Is it just Thor?
Yeah, it's just Thor.
Okay.
They showed her off a bit. She looks weird.
She hasn't done anything yet besides have big tits.
And Roker Sieges, she has an appearance in where she's like, "Oh, okay, don't do this," and she's like, "I'ma do it."
I want
or something
Henrietta.
like that.
I want Henrietta as a playable unit.
Yeah.
What can I say? The power of MILF Sharena is strong.
Gustavos, I'm shocked.
Oh, you mean Dilf Alphonse?
I guess.
He's just Alphonse, but if Alphonse was a Dilf.
I mean, Alphonse is still pretty cute.
Yeah, but he's not a Dilf. He's no dad.
That's true. Also, a lot of people hoping Sharena gets a lot more screen time in Book 4. Because, like, yes, I will agree. Sharena got pushed to the fucking side real goddamn hard for Alphonse.
She got pushed to the side almost immediately.
Which I'll be okay with, I'll be honest.
I'd like her to get more screen time. Because...
But definitely now, since Alphonse got a lot, I'm like, alright, Alphonse got enough. I'm okay with Sharena getting it now.
I love Alphonse because of this most recent book.
It's true.
It made him so fucking good.
Yeah.
That I want Sharena to have something to make her good
even
besides
more.
The fact that she's cute.
And she's very, very positive and sweet.
She is very, very, very positive.
And sweet. She's very sweet. I was doing Forging Bonds today, and I got Ewan's as support. And it was really fucking cute. And, like, it was adorable. But, yeah, there's really not much things to talk about Fire Emblem at this point, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, we're not going to devote 95 minutes to that.
Nope. Until they add someone in Heroes that you and I really, 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 really like.
Well, they're never going to add Gregor, so I'm essentially out of characters that I'm waiting for. Let's see. I mean, they do, but other than that,
Sylvain?
Oh yeah, Sylvain's not in the game. I thought he was in the game because he seemed like such a perfect choice to throw in there.
No. I feel like if everyone, Bernadette's going to be in before them.
Wait a minute, that's right. We were like, wait, why is Dedu not in there if Hilda and Hubert are? Right.
But no, we get Petra.
I mean...
I know, because they had to have the ratio 3 girls, 1 dude.
Listen, the power of boners is stronger. That's
unfortunately.
That's a meme that
for whammon.
Whammon boners don't count.
No, boners for whammon.
Of course, because you got to get that titty. Listen, the games that brought in the most amount of fans were the ones that showed off all the titty. So they were like, "Oh, fans like the titty," and then the hardcore fans were like, "We don't like the titty.
We like titties and good story and gameplay."
They're like, "We don't want the titty," and they said, "Okay, so sauna, but everyone has to be fully clothed." And the old fans said, "Thank you,
thank you."
Now then, let me go back to this classic, non-sexualized game. Pulls up whichever one has Sonya in it. Or
Echoes.
Echoes, thank you.
I'm like, who the fuck is Sonya? I'm like, oh right.
Or not Echo. Ursula. There we go.
Oh, Ursula. Okay, that's right. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Anyway.
So.
Pokemon.
Pocket Amongst the Sword and Pocket Amongst the Shield. As of recording, they are coming out in 2 days. Currently, I've heard some good news, some bad news, some news that some care about, and some news that I don't care about.
And also, the review embargoes are starting to come out, so people are starting to get reviews in, and yeah.
So, a review I saw, funnily enough, by Game Explain, said that Team Yell doesn't really show up until later on in the game. I mean, they're kind of there, but they're kind of not, because Marnie doesn't get a chance to do anything until later in the game, which I personally don't care about. Marnie is just Susie from Game Grumps. It's just, I like her. She seems super nice, but I don't care about her Pokemon character.
Yikes.
Well, I mean, IRL, Susie seems like such a nice person.
No, I know, it's just funny.
But the character that looks like her's kind of boring. The other rival, who's a dickbag, I heard he also doesn't get that much screen time. That's fun because I thought he was an old lady at first. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was an old lady at first.
I know. I remember you saying this. I remember.
But also that means that Team Yell doesn't get all that much screen time until later in the game.
So I'm assuming that you're still probably gonna buy it at least by the end of the year.
I'm definitely gonna get it by the end of the year, but I'm tilting, like, it's getting closer and closer with each little bit that I find out that I like more. So with the game reviews coming out, people were able to data mine and whatnot.
Unfortunately, because God forbid, a Nintendo game does not get data mined before launch.
Listen, people love ruining everything. But in this particular instance, the data mine showed models for Pokemon that they said were not going to be in the game. And when you take the base, like the model for the Pokemon, and compare it to the ones from, I think, Gen 6, when they future-proofed them, you saw that, yeah, there were 100% the same models, which means that when Game Freak said that they were recreating all the models, and people kind of died down with the National Dex because they were like, oh, okay, I guess if they were remaking them. The National Dex movement restarted up because people realized Game Freak didn't remake all the models. They just did the smart thing and used the insanely future-proofed models that they made back in Gen 6. Which then rose the question again of, wait, why again did you cut out all the Pokemon? So now that's become an issue again. Also, I learned that the story, from what I heard on the review, is a touch short, where it mostly focuses on the gym challenge, the big sporting event in the middle, and it doesn't really let any of its other side quests go, or like side stories go anywhere. Like, you don't get to learn about any of your rivals all that much. And I've also heard that the game seems like it's going to be rather on the easy side. And
That's like every Pokemon game.
You can't say that, because Gen 6 and Gen 3 are two completely different beasts with how hard they were. Gen 6 and onwards was when Nintendo was like, alright, fuck it. It's for kids.
I don't
Dumb
think
it down.
Gen 3 wasn't that hard.
It was harder than 6.
I mean, yeah, but like that's mainly because just you have a lot more access to do stuff in those games than you did back then. That's just more of a technical.
No, like actual, like NPC Pokemon level wise, strategy wise. It really is a shit ton. It really was like noticeably harder in previous generations than it is currently.
See, I don't know. I mean, going back to like Ruby and Sapphire, and then like when I was playing, unfortunately playing Y and Sun, they all felt the same to me. I don't think there's really a difficulty spike between,
There is. Trust me, it is very noticeable.
I mean,
like going back and playing Fire Red and Leaf Green, or even hell, you could go back and as far as like Gen 5 compared to Gen 6 and 7. 5, there was actually a decent amount of challenge throughout, and then there was a hard mode on top of that. Sure, you unlock that afterwards, but like it's good for subsequent run-throughs. Like when you compare it to, say, the Heart Gold and Soul Silver remake, which I think was they made it actually easier than the original Silver and Gold. The battles, I remember I went back and I played through it, and I got up to the Elite Four, and I got fucking decimated because I hadn't taken the time to level up my Pokemon high enough. And then after I did that, I went to Kanto, and again, like the jump in power was insane. And then you get to Red, and good lord, I'm still stuck on him. I'm still, going back to level up some Pokemon, but like, then you compare it to, say, Gen 6, where it took me a while. I didn't really spend time grinding up my Pokemon or anything like that. But I didn't struggle with the Elite Four. I didn't struggle with any of the post-game stuff. Sun and Moon I beat insanely quickly. If it weren't for the cutscenes, I would have been done in a couple hours. And, like, I'm not even that good at Pokemon. Like, I don't do any of the smart strats or whatever. When I play through, my Pokemon have 4 attacking moves, 3 of which are
same. I never
like
never
3
have
of which are stab moves.
I never have a status effect. But see, I mean, that's why that's the thing though. I really don't think Pokemon has ever been that difficult. Yeah, you could probably make an excuse for at least the first 2 games, but again, I feel like that's just because of the technology back then. You didn't have a run button. You didn't have running shoes. You got a bike later on. You had to buy the bike usually, and most other games.
No, you got the bike voucher for.
Oh, right. Well, you could also buy it, but then they added more types of Pokemon, more moves, more weaknesses. Changed the types of Pokemon.
There's still a fundamental difficulty curve. Because Sun and Moon's difficulty, it feels like after you've beaten the first island, the difficulty kind of plateaus almost. I don't remember struggling a single time in Sun and Moon. I don't remember struggling a single time in Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. Hell, the battle with Ultra Necrozma, the final Pokemon battle of that game, I beat it without losing a single Mon. Like, that was like the hardest battle in that game, and I think I hit it with a Z move and then I smacked it with something else and it died, and I was just like, oh cool, I guess that's it. I don't remember losing a single Pokemon in that fight, and when I went up against, back to the example with Heart Gold Soul Silver, I went up to fight with Red and I couldn't get past his fucking Pikachu, which granted, my problem was that my Pokemon with Earthquake was kind of really shitty, and I'm still grinding for levels and whatnot. But there's definitely a downgrading of difficulty in modern Pokemon as compared to older Pokemon. It is noticeable. You don't really care enough about the series to notice it, though.
I played a lot of it though, to where I still have a
I know you played
viewpoint
what?
of
Gen 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you play 5? And then you played 6
and 7.
You didn't beat Sun.
I did.
When did you beat Sun?
Off.
You never told us that you beat Sun. I remember you bought it when we were gonna play it, and then
then no one wanted to play because everyone kept playing with each other.
Oh, well, I didn't remember you beating Sun.
Yeah, I know. But
there's definitely...
There really wasn't. I feel like Pokemon really has had, a steady difficulty for most of its life, aside from, some endgame stuff, like Red. But, that's the whole point with Red, though. He's supposed to be super difficult, but that's not the main game. Well, for the most part. But anyway, the other thing with Sword and Shield, after these reviews came out, a lot of people are complaining about the graphics, the game not loading certain textures or really weird graphical shit. Some of them really stupid, others understandable. I just find it funny how now Pokemon has become the shittiest community and had the worst discourse over Fire Emblem and other communities. Because Pokemon used to be that community where it was fine, but once this game started becoming more and more,
that's because it was like a straw that broke the camel's back kind of deal. Like, it was like little changes generation after generation that were kind of annoying, and they were still kind of annoying, and then after Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, people were almost at the breaking point, and then they showed off Sword and Shield and it looked great, and then they dropped the National Dex thing.
And that was it. That really broke them.
If they took out the National Dex thing, say 2 gens ago, people would have been like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I think at that point, definitely.
If Gen 5 was like, yeah, we're not gonna have half the Pokemon in, and then every generation after that, they'd be like, oh man, that sucks. Okay. It's definitely everything that's come before has culminated to this point. It's not like a out of nowhere. It's like the only thing that was keeping us sane was the national dex. It was like a.
No,
I mean,
no.
for some people that might be it, but for most people,
yeah. No, I understand. It's just funny because, yeah.
I mean, Fire Emblem's on the fast track to healing. Like everyone loves Three Houses.
Yeah, there's not that people who don't like it. Because I think the other thing also when people complain about with Sun and Moon, and I definitely can see this too, it looks like it has a fucking lack of content on the base game. It looks like there's
Sun and Moon
nothing.
had like you cut out the cutscenes and you got yourself like a 3-hour game.
Oh, I know.
Like
I know.
Sun and Moon was all cutscene.
Yeah.
And the worst part was like they didn't even bother to animate your character. Your character didn't make any like face emote.
They got away with it for so many years. Why stop now?
I get it with the pixels. It's harder to animate.
Well, yeah, pixels. Yeah, but still.
I feel like with the pixels you understood it. Gen 6 is like, well, it's their first time doing it. Let's cut them a little slack. Gen 7, it was like, no, you've had enough time to do this. Then they did Let's Go, and I was like, I am a boy. I want to play as the boy. I don't like the fact that the boy looks pissed off in every single shot. And now Gen 8, supposedly the characters have actual facial animations. So that's neat. But, like, good lord.
I yeah. But, yeah. God damn it. But Sword and Shield definitely look like they have, like, no content. And you compare that to Fire Emblem, has a fuck ton. An actual fuck ton of content in the base game.
Well, I mean, look at Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, other Nintendo Switch games. They got a shit ton of content.
For free. On the main game.
But then you look at Pokemon, it's like, well, what are you doing? I'm gonna...
Not that, and you had a few years in the Switch's lifespan to...
It's like if you had a talent show, and every year you have this talent show, and every year Mario shows up with something new, and every year Zelda shows up with something new, and every year Fire Emblem shows up with something new, and then Pokemon every year does a backflip. Everyone's really impressed by the backflip. And then next year it does a backflip, but it's wearing a cool hat. And then people are like, oh, that's awesome. And then next year the hat's gone, but it's got a cane, so it's doing a backflip with the cane. And then they're like, oh man, that's cool. What happened to the top hat? And the next year does a backflip, but it's got a bat costume on. And everyone's like, oh man, that's cool, but what happened to the cane and the top hat? And then you get to the current year, and Mario busts out this never before, not never before, but this fantastic performance. And Zelda busts out one of, like,
the
most,
biggest nuts
I've
ever seen.
Zelda busts the biggest nut you've ever seen, and it's like a breathtaking, beautiful nut.
Of the wild.
And Fire Emblem says, you guys liked when I did this, you guys liked when I did that.
Let's
what
have
if
a
I
mix?
merged the two of them, and they did it wonderfully. And then Pokemon comes out and goes, guess what I'm going to do? And people said, what? And then they said, watch this. And they put on glasses.
A half backflip.
They put on glasses, and they do a backflip. And it's like, it's been a long time with this, my friend.
But they got away with it for so long. So unfortunately, that's also partly the consumer's fault.
The one thing they didn't get, the one thing that people always gave them guff for was the fact that gimmicks leave every gen.
Yeah, they do. That I agree with. They definitely do. But also the only thing I feel like people still, I still don't think it's fair to berate and harass and be a scumbag to the company.
Oh, absolutely not. Just don't support the game.
And that's the issue too, because people will say don't support the game. Y'all maybe not like you in specific, but y'all motherfuckers still gonna support that game. You're still gonna buy it. You're gonna buy both versions. You don't need both versions. You guys don't complain about them not making just one version of a fucking game. Because that's what they need to do now. This isn't 1996.
I know what I do is I just find out which one has the Pokemon that I want, and then I buy that version.
And I get that, but I hate that they still, to this day, do two versions of a game.
Oh,
There's no reason.
Absolutely not.
No reason. If you have a game like Three Houses, I know I keep bringing it up, but whatever. You have 4 fucking choices for a path. It's not
And
like
it's all in one game.
it's all one game. It's not like Face where they fuck that up. It's all one fucking game. There's no reason you should be doing this. Why does no one else complain about that as much? That's like I still think is the biggest issue that Pokemon has. That I know they make money off of it. They do not need to make a mainline Pokemon game that has 2 fucking versions that only have like 3 different Pokemon in each that you can't get in the other version.
Yeah, that is the weirdest thing that people
It's
complain about.
not even like, like...
It's not even on the radar
It's not
for
even,
most people.
No, it's not, because they're fucking... Because they don't complain about it enough, and that's what I hate. They complain about the weirder stuff, and then they don't complain about this, because they'll buy both versions, but they don't need to. It's not even like it's like 30 Pokemon are like different, or like whatnot. It's like 4 fucking Pokemon.
Well, that's because they know if they did 30 Pokemon, people would start complaining.
But, like, that really warrants a fucking separate $60 purchase, or $40 if you were 3DS. But, really, you would, not like you, but, like, you would really spend $120 on 2 Pokemon games that are virtually the same, except one has 3 different Pokemon than the other that you can't get in that other version? Like, excuse me? Really? Really? You guys hate DLC? Yet you're basically paying for a $60 DLC of the same fucking game for 4 Pokemon.
One thing I will say for Sword and Shield is that all of the Pokemon that aren't in one version but are in the other are all previous gen Pokemon. So if you're going into this game and you only want to use...
Really? I didn't know that.
Other than the Legendary...
Well, yeah, of course, the Legendary.
And the Apple's Evolve form in Sword... It gets wings, and in Shield, it becomes a turtle. Other than that, and maybe I guess a Galarian form, but I don't count Galarian forms as new Pokemon. All of the new Pokemon are in the game. Like, they're all in both versions. The only difference is Hydreigon, Tyranitar, Gothitella, Solosis, Galarian Darmanitan, Galarian Duck Boy, Horse Girl. I think Coughing's in both. The Legendary.
Isn't it Weezing?
Whatever.
I just forgot.
I remember both their names. I don't remember which is which. But yeah, no. Like, you're gonna get all the Galarian Pokemon save for the Legendary, and you have Flapple, the other Flapple form.
But like that. But this is what I mean. Like,
there's no reason for them to have.
There's no reason in 2019 to have a Pokemon game, a mainline Pokemon game on a fucking home console, to have 2 different versions. I fucking hate that Let's Go had that. I'm like, there's no reason.
They had to shove Eevee into the mascot costume.
And like,
I've never considered Eevee a Pokemon mascot until Let's Go.
No, I still don't.
Like, I know people like a lot of its forms, but
that's like one of the biggest reasons why.
I feel like it'd be more like Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Lucario or something like that. One of the Pokemon people actually like.
Let's Go Mewtwo.
Let's Go Charizard.
Honestly, though,
I'm surprised they didn't do that.
Yeah.
With how much unnecessary love they give to Charizard, which isn't even like. I've always thought this, but Charizard isn't that cool.
That's fair. I
thought
get it.
This ever since I played Blue. I was like, Charizard's not that cool.
He's a fire dragon. But
He's
yet...
not a fire dragon. He's a fire flying.
You know what I meant.
Listen,
you know what I meant.
He's a bitch-ass motherfucker who thinks he can be like Salamence. Salamence earned his fucking wings by jumping off cliffs. It's true. That's his Pokedex. Bagon wanted to fly, so he kept jumping off cliffs until he grew wings.
But yeah, I think that's really everything I had to talk about for this episode. We actually got this longer than I thought. I thought this was going to be like a 30-minute episode, but we got it to an hour.
Never doubt the power of tangents.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus like a few awkward pauses, but...
I mean, yeah, but we do those every single episode.
both fortunately and unfortunately, depending who you are.
Just like how a company can always rely on the fact that people will be outraged, but they will still feel as though they should purchase the product, but it should just be better, rather than thinking maybe because we live in a capitalistic society where who is right and who is wrong is determined by what people are paying for, maybe they should just not pay for the product they disagree with. God, it's almost like if you don't want to be punched in the face, don't pay to get punched in the face. That's the beauty of capitalism.
Okay. And with that...
Is that it?
No, I was waiting for you to do your thing that you say that I never say, because I don't know, I feel too awkward when I say it, so I'm just like, I'm gonna not say it.
Fair enough. Well then, in that case, everyone have a good night. Remember, Epstein didn't kill himself. Pedophiles rule this world, and we love you.